Almost everyone remembers the first time they noticed a grey hair. Maybe it appeared while you were brushing your hair in the mirror, or maybe someone pointed it out with a comment you didn't exactly ask for. That single strand can feel surprisingly emotional. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't affect how your hair functions. Yet it carries a quiet but powerful message. Time is moving on. For generations, grey hair has been linked to aging, wisdom, stress, and sometimes even anxiety. But what actually causes hair to lose its colour as we grow older? Is it simply age at work, or does stress truly have an effect? Today, we're going to uncover why our hair turns grey over time. And the answer lies far beneath the surface, in tiny cells, pigments, and biological processes that slowly change as we age. Let's dive in, right here on Everyday Things, Untold Stories. Every strand of hair begins its journey beneath the skin, inside a structure known as a hair follicle. At the base of this follicle live specialized cells called melanocytes. These cells produce melanin, the pigment responsible for hair color. Melanin exists in two main types. Eumelanin creates brown and black shades, while pheomelanin produces red and yellow tones. The balance and concentration of these pigments determine whether someone has deep black hair, warm brown, blonde, or vibrant red. As hair grows, melanocytes deliver melanin into the developing hair shaft. Once the pigment is deposited, it remains locked in place for the hair's entire lifespan. Hair is biologically dead once it emerges from the scalp, meaning its color can't change afterward. Only newly grown hair can differ in color, which is why grey hair always begins at the roots. As we age, the melanocytes inside hair follicles gradually begin to fail. Some produce less melanin, while others stop functioning altogether. When a follicle generates hair with little or no pigment, that hair appears grey or white. Interestingly, grey hair isn't truly grey at a chemical level. It's actually colorless. The grey appearance comes from light reflecting off the pigment-free hair and blending with surrounding colored strands. When all pigment disappears, the hair appears white. The primary cause of this process is cellular aging. Melanocytes are particularly sensitive cells. Over time, they accumulate damage from normal metabolism, environmental exposure, and declining repair systems. Eventually, they lose their ability to function. Once melanocytes are gone from a follicle, they almost never return. If you've ever wondered why some people go grey much earlier than others, genetics is the biggest reason. The timing of greying is largely inherited. If your parents or grandparents developed grey hair early, chances are you may too. Researchers have identified specific genes involved in melanin production and melanocyte survival. Variations in these genes affect how long pigment-producing cells can keep working. This explains why two people of the same age can look completely different. One with silver hair, the other seemingly untouched by time. It's not just about health, it's written into their DNA. For years, stress has been blamed for causing grey hair. For a long time, this idea sounded more like folklore than fact. But recent research suggests stress does play a role, just not in the sudden, overnight way movies often portray. Intense stress activates the body's fight-or-flight response, releasing stress hormones that can damage melanocyte stem cells inside hair follicles. Once these stem cells are depleted, the follicle permanently loses its ability to produce pigment. Stress doesn't instantly turn existing hair grey. Instead, it speeds up pigment loss in new hair growth, pushing the timeline forward. Still, genetics sets the foundation. Stress simply influences the pace. Many people notice that grey hair doesn't just look different, it feels different too. It's often coarser, drier, and harder to manage. That's because melanin does more than add colour. It helps protect hair from UV damage and supports the hair's internal structure. Without pigment, the hair shaft becomes more vulnerable to environmental wear, leading to increased roughness and porosity. At the same time, aging affects oil production in the scalp. Sebaceous glands gradually produce less oil, which contributes to dryness, especially in pigment-free hair. This is why grey hair often requires different care than coloured hair. Currently, there's no proven way to permanently prevent grey hair. Since the root causes are genetics and cellular aging, no shampoo, oil, or supplement can completely stop the process. However, overall health can influence premature greying. Deficiencies in nutrients like vitamin B12, iron, and copper have been linked to early pigment loss in some individuals. Smoking has also been shown to speed up greying by increasing oxidative stress in the body. While lifestyle choices can't override genetics, they can affect how quickly the process unfolds. In recent years, grey hair has gained a new meaning. It's no longer seen as something going wrong. Instead, it's recognized as the result of microscopic changes happening deep within our hair follicles. Changes shaped by genetics, time, and lived experience. So the next time you notice a grey hair, remember, it's not just a sign of aging. It's a reflection of everything your body has endured to bring you to this moment. Thank you for watching. If you have ideas for future videos, feel free to share them in the comments. We'll be happy to acknowledge your contribution. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to explore our other binge-worthy content. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the everyday things untold stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories hidden in the smallest details.